Hello again, here I am, Christmas in July once more. This project today is dedicated to those who have a ScanNCut machine. I know that many of you, this is the reason why you're here on my channel, because ScanNCut does have a learning curve and it helps so much to have tutorials and to learn from people who know how to use the machine. So today I am going to teach you how to make this beautiful gift box that is absolutely perfect for Christmas. I use some glittery paper here, see? I love this box. I fell in love with it. And what I did was Canvas Workspace, the manufacturer of ScanNCut, they do provide you I believe it's every month they come up with a new project that they give you for free so that you can use on ScanNCut. And I decided to just scroll through their projects and see the ones that would be interesting for you. And I often forget that they have all those free templates online. So I am going to teach you today how to find this template, how to download it, how to work around it, how to resize, because you might want, the original box is actually a little bit bigger than this one. This one is 5 by 3 and almost 4. 3 3/4, but the original one, it was actually bigger. So I do teach you how to resize the projects that you get on Canvas Workspace, and they provide you for free, and also how to assemble the box. So let's go there. I'm going to teach you how to find it, how to send to your machine, and how to put this together, okay? So without further ado, let's go to the tutorial. So here I have opened my Canvas Workspace. Mine is the one that you download, so I have it on my computer downloaded already, but you do have the online option, so whatever is best for you. And the way that you find the projects that broader Canvas Workspace offers is you just click here. Do you see this icon? When you click, then you have access to them. And the way that I do it, guys, is to look. I'm always browsing because they add new collections all the time. I'm always looking at them, and even though it says, for example, I don't know, this is for summer, or it's more season related. Oh, this is for spring, or for Halloween. I'm always looking at the general item just to see what I can adapt. For example, I will do this maybe in the future, in this Christmas in July. So this is a gift box. It's just a simple gift box. It's not even season related, but you can always adapt this and use in patterns that have the paper that have a paper that has a pattern that's specifically to something that you have in mind, a wedding, or I don't know, spring or fall. So when you change the paper, then you can adapt it. Even this one, anniversary card, it's something very intricate. It's a beautiful card. You can always adapt. So it's not what we're going to do today, because I was searching for something that is Christmas related. See, all these are Valentine's. So you can use your imagination and not just take it as they give you as something for that specific occasion, okay? So if you browse through this, you keep going down, and you're going to see this beautiful Christmas gift box. And it's very easy. When you click on it, it shows you all the different pieces of paper that you need for the project. And for this one, you have 3. I am not even going to use this one here, and I will let you know why, because let me show you how you can either get all of them, or you just click on one. That means that it was sent to your Canvas Workspace. And when you click on the second, it was sent to. You will see as soon as you close. And also what they do, and it's great, they always have down here the video showing you, see, how to put it together, how to print it, and how to do it yourself. And they also give you the PDFs, or the PDF, because it has instructions, just, so you don't have to watch the video all the time. So after you click, you're done. Because sometimes, and it's great that they separate, because you will use, for example, this one, and you can see different papers, and you can just click on the one that you need for that paper that you have on your machine. So that's why they separate it. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to erase this. We don't need it, because this is the paper that they put behind these die cuts here, see? But I don't want everything to be yellow or any other color. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to, again, that's what you do. You look at it and say, well, that's not exactly what I need and what I want, because I want this to be white, I want this to be red, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use some scraps and not just a flat piece of paper and everything looks the same. So I'm just going to erase because I don't need that. Plus, you really don't need ScanNCut to cut a square piece of paper. It's not a good use of your machine. First tip that I want to give you, because here what they do is, okay, here's the size that they give you. But let's say you want this smaller. How do you do that? Because, and I've made this mistake before, you can select this and change the size here, clicking on edit. But the problem is you need this to be a size that will fit. So what you do if you want to either enlarge, sometimes you have projects that are very small, enlarge, or to make them smaller, what you need to do is you have to select everything. You do that by either just scrolling with your mouse, and you make sure that there is this blue line here, selecting everything, and also always kind of put them together here. I like to align them sometimes. Just go here on align, and you go center and center again, because it makes it easy for you to see it. But anyway, you select both by either scrolling, just hold your mouse and scroll through all the objects, or you just click on one, hold the shift key, and click on the other. And here you can either change the size by just clicking here on the width and the height, because you want something specific. Let's say you want the height to be 5. So you just click on 5. Keep this always clicked because you want it to maintain the aspect ratio. You don't want this to change and this not. So if you do that, see, you have the box the size that you want. But I'm going back and I'm going to show you another way of doing that. You can just eyeball it. You click on either one of these corners, not here on the corners, because on the corners you'll be able to change the size of everything. So everything is selected, and you just hold your mouse and you just go down. You make it bigger or smaller, whichever one you want. I think I'm just going to I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it will be easier to place it on a 12 by 12 paper. So once you've done that, I'm going to give you a very important tip, because it's more like troubleshooting. It took me forever to figure this out, and it will happen to you, because you can do two things here when you think about your machine. You can either have a piece of paper here that is, I don't know, 12 by whatever. You have to look here. The height is 6, let's say 7. So you can have a piece of paper here and then another one here. That's fine. But sometimes in some of these projects, you have 3-4 different items, and you don't want to always, like right now, I changed the size of the project, and sometimes you want to send just this piece here to ScanNCut, and you don't need to see all of it. In this case, I can. You have two ways of doing it. You either send just one, because many times you download something from these Canvas projects, and then you say, well, I just want to, I'm just interested in this piece here. So you can either, of course, you can just erase it, but let's say you want to do this in another paper, but you don't want to send it now to your machine. Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to just make this a little bit smaller so you see what I'm doing. So one way of doing that is just putting this to the side, because then it won't be here. But here's the problem. If you try to send it to the machine and you say, okay, I just want this, that's all I'm sending, let me show you what happens. So I'm going to export to my machine. Here's what it says. It says error. Some objects are outside the red dashed line on the artboard. So it's just saying it's not within the other. You have something that is not within this area here, but you know that because you didn't want it to be there, right? So here's what you do. So the machine will send just this and will ignore the fact that this is outside. Do you see here on the side you have edit, but you also have the layers. And the layers, it's just showing you the different parts of the design. See, when I click on each of one of these, it's just showing you different designs. What you're going to do is you're going to find this one, and you do that by clicking on it, and it shows you, okay, this is it. This is what you just clicked on. So this, what you're going to do is you are going to click on this eye here because it makes it invisible. And if it makes it invisible and you every time you click again, don't worry, it's still there. What it does is you can send it to the machine. You can have like 4 or 5 things outside, and many times when you're creating something, that's what you do. You just put it aside and you work on something here and you send just that to the machine. That's what you need to do. You just click here on layers, you find that object and you just make it invisible. And now let's see. I'm going to send it again. It's just going to warn me that some of the objects are not visible. They're hidden. And you just say, that's fine. I still want to send that. Okay? So that's very important because I've had that problem and it's okay, it's not there, but what do? I just need that one. So anyway, that's a tip for you. And this is what we're going to do now. I am actually going to send both because I am just going to put both papers on my mat, different colors. I might have white here and I'm still going to choose. So that's what we're going to do. The next thing you're going to do is just send it to your machine. In my case, I have a DX125, I believe that's what it is. And I'm going to just export and transfer. And I'm going to use the Wi-Fi for that, okay? But you know that you have different ways of doing that. So it's next thing you do, you just go to your machine and I'm going to show you how to retrieve the data there and how to cut and of course how to assemble and how I'm going to use different sizes of papers and scraps to make it more fun. So let's go there. And here we are on ScanNCut. It's going to be very straightforward here. The first thing you do is you're going to retrieve your data. This is how I sent it to my machine. And here it is, the 2 images that we need. So that's fine. But here's the thing. I have my paper already on my mat, and I actually need to click here and make sure it's loaded. But you have to be able to see where the paper is so that you know where to position this. Because I have 2 pieces of paper, one for this top part and another piece of paper in another color for this. So how do you do that? I've already uploaded the image. You click here. This is where you tell the machine I need to scan it. So scan the mat and show as background. So you click on start. And that's what's going to do. It's going to scan. We're going to wait a little bit. It's a very straightforward, quick thing that the machine does. And now what you're going to see is where the papers are, the top paper and the bottom one. So here it is, and here is the little one, right? And you know that this is when you click, because my paper is dark, you can't really see the lines, but you see where it's positioned. This is what this red line says. And then here also you can see that I'm going to just bring it down a little bit. This one is perfect because you see it's very well it's very centered, so it's perfect for my paper. This one I just moved around, but I see that there is a white paper here and there is a green one. So that's all you need to do. You say, okay, that looks fine. So here it is, the top and the bottom. So we're going to select, cut, and then that's it. You click on start and wait for the machine to do its magic. So it's going to take 9 minutes, 8 now, and I will come back when the paper has been cut. Now we have this from the machine. Let's see how well it did or not. We'll see very soon. Looks good. So, oh my goodness, it looks perfect. All the little pieces are there. For some reason here on the left, I'm gonna have to pull it up a little bit. There you go. Look at this. Beautiful. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And let me show you how to put this together. Oh, look at these. Anyway, there. For some reason my machine on the left is not doing a good job. I always have to do this. I always have to kind of play around with it a little bit. So that's the top, and it comes, I don't know if you can see, but what would be like the folding line is actually, let me see if I can show you, it's perforated. That's how the machine does folding. So let me get this out of the way, and now getting my spatula here. Remember that one of the pieces, and I erased it, there was like a piece of paper here because that's what they wanted you to do, just to get like a white or whatever color you want piece of paper here and do the whole area in one color. I decided not to, and I'll show you what I did. So I cut little tiny pieces of paper like this, and this is what I'm going to do. I am going to just glue. It's going to look messy, but I don't care because I didn't see the point of this being all one color. So that's what I did. I chose like green for the Christmas tree. I want red for the door. So this is what I did, just so I would have different colors. I won't do this in the here for you to see because it's gonna take a while, but you will see when I finish. I'll come back. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to fold the paper. And I don't know if you can see here. Let me get just the lines that are straight, just so you have an idea. And this is why when I create something original, because this comes from Canvas Workspace, when I create something, I usually do the score lines on a scoring board, because do you see here what ScanNCut does? The way that it does the scoring lines is by perforating it. It's like tears it a little bit like this. And when you have a paper like this that's white inside, I don't like the way it looks. So I usually, when I created my own designs, I usually do it myself. I do not ask the machine to do it for me because I don't like the way that it looks. So we have the box here. What you're going to do next is, on the sides, you won't be able to see, but you will after here, let me just do the top too. We're just going to fold in all the lines. But on the side, let me see if maybe from the inside you'll be able to see that well. Let me see if here you can see. No. But anyway, the scoring lines on the sides right here, they have like a triangle that goes all the way here, and that's how you're supposed to fold it. There is one in the middle, and then you're going to fold it right here where the lines are. Do you see how it forms kind of a triangle? It's not hard at all to do that. So let's do the other side, but just so you see, and because ScanNCut cuts the paper, it's easy for you to see. See right there? So that's how you do the sides, because this is the way that it's gonna go. So you just press it and make this triangle really, really flush here. So the other one is here. We're gonna do the same. I'm gonna press here on the side and then do the triangle. I like to use my bone folder like this. I think that's the easiest way. You just press it against your bone folder. There you go, like this. See? And then it's perfect. You have the triangle right there. And that's, I mean, the box is practically done. All you need to do is glue the side here. But before we do that, I am going to glue these little pieces. And then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. And here we are. See what I did? Instead of having just one color here, which you can do, and of course it's much less work, but I just couldn't do it. What I did was I just glued those pieces of paper in the colors that I wanted. If you don't want, because some, you know, when they open the box, they might see this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover that with a piece of white paper. It's just, again, to make sure that the finishing, it's all these details that make your product better than the next. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cover, but I wanted to show you how I did that. It takes a while, but you know, and if you're going to mass produce, guys, once you know the sizes, you just do it once. See, looks nice, and that's what the projects actually told you to do, but nope, I couldn't do it. I think it looks beautiful with this glittery paper here. Do you see? This is glittery, glittery, and glittery. And it looks just so cute. It just adds so much, in my opinion. So all you need to do now is just glue this to that part. I'm going to add a little bit of glue here because it wasn't enough to cover the whole area. So we're just going to, it's always difficult to get this off because I forget. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife. You just need something pointy to make it easier to remove this. See? Now you did it. So the best way to do for me, what works for me, is you just lay it flat like that, and then you just fold the other side, and that's it. You have your box. See, the side is here, and the way that you put together the bottom is this one that has this indentation. This goes first. You just fold that first, and then the sides, these two sides here. The last one is this, because it actually tucks in like this. And you just have to kind of move it around a little bit. And there you go. I just press it with my finger, and it's perfect. See? The bottom is perfect. Now you have your little box. Let me just zoom in so you can see a little closer. It's way too far. There you go. So this is it. It's a beautiful box. And here on the sides, you're just gonna press it like this. See, that's why it needed the triangle here on the sides. How cute is that? We're gonna have the top now. All you need to do with the top is fold it. And the way that you close the box is by inserting this white top here, and you see all these holes, they will align, and then you add a ribbon. The way I think, for me, guys, what I like to do is to, they don't say that, but I want to glue the back because I think it just makes it sturdier. So I'm just going to add some glue here. And I don't know, I just think it's better because otherwise it will come off when your person, the person that gets this opens it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it where it's supposed to go, like this. You just press it down, make sure it's aligned like this. See that it's perfectly positioned here, that it's centered. It is. And you just press it down just to make sure that the back is glued, and you can also align here with the hole. It's all good. See, it's much better to have it like this, and then all you need to do is just fold it. And the last thing that you do, of course, because it's kind of begging for rhythm, for some kind of ribbon, so I think I'm going to do red, but this is the one that I brought now for the video. Maybe because this one's kind of gold, and I thought it would be good with this, but it's so different. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how to close the box. You just make a bow. I have a person that her name is Poodles something. I love her channel, but the woman cannot make a bow, and she makes fun of herself. I'm only saying that because she makes so much fun of herself because she cannot tie a bow. So here we are. I always like to open the middle part and just, okay. Perfect. Here we have a beautiful, can you imagine someone getting a gift that comes inside this beautiful box, and you can play around with these colors here? Well, I am in love with this box, and I'm going to make like a whole bunch of those. Thank you so much for being here with me again. I hope you enjoyed it. I like to create, oh, this one hadn't come off yet. I like to create scan and cut videos because I know it's not easy to find. Do explore my channel because I have dozens of videos on scan and cut alone, and I will be doing at least one more for Christmas in July because they do have some great online ready-made projects for you to try. Thank you so much. Have fun. Go to your craft room and just go relax. It's my therapy. I'm sure it's therapeutic for you as well. Have a good day.